Yep, nice to meet you too.
Coach Denbrock was in here yesterday, and it just sounds like that these positions are up in the air, even 5 practices in. Is that kind of the way it's going?
Yeah, totally. Right now, like the depth chart isn't really so much a depth chart; it's an organization tool for the coaches. So really, anyone can be rotated. We've already put in guys where we think, rotated them out. So yeah, we're switching everything up to make sure that we have the best five in there for game time.
When did you start snapping?
So I started snapping around springtime,
Okay.
and then I was kind of just snapping on my own, trying to get my own like reps in. And then I know like once camp started, I was really going at it. So
Is that something they said, hey, why don't you just try this? Or is it just cross training? Or were you like, yeah, I just want to give it a run?
they were like, "Hey, go in that center."
Yeah.
So yes, coach.
You ever
Like,
played in high school or anything?
no, never played in high school, but I was prepared over spring to snap, so I was ready.
I saw you getting low yesterday. You know, making sure you're good everywhere. Just what kind of change is that for a guy who's never had to do it to all of a sudden, have those kinds of responsibilities?
Luckily, I played guard and tackle last year, so knowing like what to do, I understand. Now is trying to actually put it all into like a single process and stepping at the same time. So now I just have to get that down, and that'll be good.
Is it drastically different? Is it mildly different? What do
I'd say it's mildly different. It's just something. It's almost shooting like a free throw in basketball. You just have to repeat it and just do it over and over again. So
You were at left tackle for the A&M game,
yes, I was.
so like that last drive to win the game, was that kind of like one of your first big moments?
Yeah, that was a game to remember for sure. I know just going into that, we're like, well, this is it. We either make it or we don't. And we all just, as a O-line, I know we all just bunkered down and said, let's do it. So
So many freshmen already working their way in. I guess just tell us a little bit about Emory. He's a guy whose name has come up a couple of times. Obviously, Will has a lot of expectations there. Just what do you see in those two guys?
yeah, no, they've exceeded expectations. They're doing a great job. I know Emory just came in, and then so what he's already been showing us has been like outstanding. I mean, you can just see that he'll be a player for us. So, and then Will's being Will right now. He's doing great things on and off the field. So yeah.
Did he just kind of come with it? I mean, obviously you can get better every day, right?
Oh yeah.
But did he kind of have some of that innate stuff that?
Yeah, I mean, they both have the mindset to do it. You have to want to do it. And both of them put in the work, put in the effort outside of the O-line room. So,
Coach
yeah.
Denbrock yesterday was joking that it's rough to have the OC be a O-line coach. Because now you got like basically two coaches.
Yeah.
Just talk about him and Brad and how they're working together, meshing together, and how much coaching you guys are now getting because of that.
Yeah. So usually it's pretty good. Every once in a while, they'll be like say one thing and be like, oh, no, we got this thing. It's kind of funny, but either they work perfectly together, and then they understand each other, and we understand. So we got that connection, so there's no like super confusion out there. So yeah, it's good.
What's a Will off the field story
A Will off the field,
that you can tell us?
I could say, oh. So I'm from Michigan, so I know his accent is a lot different. And even to some of the guys that are here, he's got a very different accent. So I know we make fun of him for that a lot, just kind of joke around about that. So,
A little country up in North Louisiana.
oh yeah.
Just a little.
That is kind of part of his personality, right? He's just kind of had this all shucks, he doesn't realize how good he is, almost, or stays humble.
Yeah, no, he definitely stays humble, and that's like, so everyone loves him for it. And he does, you can't hate on him because everything he does, he's worked for. And so that's why we love it.
This position group is in flux, even according to Denbrock, right? And last year it wasn't necessarily the best. How much better do you feel like you guys are improving through the course of last year and now to where you are right now? Kind of getting ready to be the best version of you that you can be.
Yeah. No, I think all of us are really understanding the defense. So we understand the offense, but now we're understanding the defense positioning, what it means, what it could alert to. We understand all that. So then our coach always says you need to anticipate. If you're not anticipating, you'll fail. So we're always anticipating what could happen. So we're always ready for any outcome.
Do you feel like you made a lot of strides from middle of last year to now?
Oh yeah, because I know last year, I mean, when you get tired, you put your head down, And we cut that out. We're now, even if you're tired, you have to see we got to see the defense. You got to see where they're lined up because they literally are telling you where they're going. So that's something we've been learning and really understanding.
So it's really just kind of growing up in the position, right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's definitely growing up. I mean, when you come from high school, everything's just D-line goes straight forward, linebackers go straight forward. So, oh yeah, totally.
In the conditioning too, coaches talked about we are not going to have dead legs for that first game. And dead legs, I think it's the big guys like you in the trenches, right?
Yeah.
So how do you guys feel that the summer went and where you're at right now?
So summer went really good. I know our training went really good. The conditioning Coach Flynn put us through was exactly what we needed. And I know every time we've needed to do something, we've always been ready. And it just has been a great thing just for our bodies. I know we've had a lot more healthier guys. Not as much soft tissue injuries. So it's been looking really good.
Working with 4 different quarterbacks, is that different for you as a first-time center?
Not too much. They all really say the same thing, and we go off the clap. I think maybe if they went off of like a ready, set, hut or something like that, it might be a little different because their pause is a little different. But since they go off the clap, it's pretty simple. It's pretty easy, yeah.
You can hear that through practice and all that.
Oh yeah, clap is when there's 100,000 people in the stadium, you can still hear the clap, yes.
How much responsibility do you have for calls, sections and all that?
So I will recognize the front, I'll call the mic point, and then I'll call the first, so if it's run, I'll call the first double team, or if it's pass, I'll call which way we're pass protecting, which way the slide is. And then the quarterback will override my call if he sees something with like a safety or something. So.
You always hear about the relationship a quarterback builds with this offensive line. How is it having multiple quarterbacks trying to build that relationship with you guys?
We're with each other every day, so there's plenty of time to build those relationships with all the quarterbacks. So yeah.
Is it kind of like a divorced parent situation where they're trying to one-up each other and things like that?
Taking us out to lunch. No, it's they because they'll do it together. So when we go somewhere, they'll go with us. So we're all together and we're all cool with each other. We're all friends outside of football. So. Mm-hmm.
So coming from Michigan and spending a year here, what have you learned about culture and just the way things are here?
So it's a lot hotter here. It's definitely a lot hotter. But honestly, the heat, you learn it, you understand it, and then it's not too bad. The guys here, super friendly. There's be some times where they'll be walking around the pops and be like, yo, let me get a bite. But here you go. I'm like, dang, you actually were going to give me a bite? Well, I'm good, but I'll just. So yeah, every guy willing to share, willing to help each other out. So it's awesome.
Do you miss winter or no?
See, when I go back home for Christmas, I'm like, oh, this is awesome. 3 days later, yeah, no, I don't want this 8 inches of snow. I don't want.
Just give me your thoughts on Brian Kelly. What do you see in him as a coach that gives you confidence?
He understands us. He really gets us. He makes sure that we're in the best position. He's making sure the coaches put us there, and he takes very good care of us. It's awesome. Mm-hmm.